Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your March 2023 general monthly reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Thank you guys so much for being here. To my subscribers and returning viewers, I absolutely love having you here. I appreciate all the love and support from all of you. If you're new to me, welcome. Thank you guys for checking out my channel, my readings. Make sure you check out your Moon, Rising, and Venus signs as well. And I will be doing a 9-card spread for your monthly energy. That's beginning, middle, and ending of the month. I will pull energy oracles to give you an overall consensus of what the energy is like for you. And anywhere else that I may need to clarify. Your playlist will be up here with all the Scorpio readings, so you want to check that out. You can subscribe to that playlist so that you can see when I upload all the Scorpio readings as well. Check out all of the readings I've done so far. Your mid-month bonus this month is going to be on all things luck, money, manifestations, and your career and finances, so you don't want to miss that out. If you choose to subscribe, I would appreciate it if you double tap that bell to get the notifications of when I go live, when I upload. And yes, when I go live for the sign with the most likes and the sign with the most views, I'm going live this week whenever this is published. Hopefully it's published early enough. My schedule gets a little busy. So let's see what the energy oracle is. Oh, you have two here. So door to spirit. Okay, I like this combination. I was feeling like some of you are going through a little bit of some shadow period, a shadow phase, going through some sort of spiritual awakening, doing some shadow work, breaking free of negative repetitive cycles, karmic cycles, and lessons that I'm feeling like some of you are like, not this again. You were even wondering if maybe you're, and I dare to say the C word, but like some of you may even been feeling like, am I cursed? Did somebody do something to me? It's time to go inward. The Hermit here is definitely highlighting doing the inner work here. Yeah. Walking away. So some of you may be walking away from a marriage, a partnership, a relationship. It could be just the final nail on the coffin of a relationship that has ended or has ended a long time ago. But the walking away card here as part of your overall monthly energy here is walking away from what no longer serves you. Finally seeing the light that perhaps there are certain people, places, things, thought mentalities, or personal beliefs or beliefs that were a part of you because they've been ingrained since childhood. You're definitely cutting all that out. Anything that doesn't bring you joy, happiness, a sense of fulfillment and completeness. Anything that brings you down on an energetic level, emotional level, makes you feel less than or insecure, brings about doubts. I feel like some of you Scorpios have experienced plenty of that and then some, and you've had it. I feel like there's a few Scorpios here that have experienced a lot of turmoil in their life, and you're just now at that point of this is a consistent and constant cycle in your life that is, I'm hearing you say, like, this has got to end. When will it end? It ends when you decide. It ends when you choose for it to end. It ends when you start, changing the routine, changing what your normal reaction is or what you normally do in these types of circumstances. Do you react and act in the same way, right? So walking away from what no longer serves you, no longer giving the attention to people, places, things, situations, negative feelings around you that doesn't bring you happiness or joy. Anything that is not for you is now, leaving you. You are leaving it. You are no longer looking at it, contemplating it, attaching yourself to it, trying to conform or fix a person or situation for it to conform to what it is that you want, because really the change has to come from within. The change is coming to you, within you. So if you are in this feeling of, I really want to be with someone in particular, I'm really here offering my heart, mind, body, soul, spirit, and they're not conforming, they're not seeing that I'm a great catch, they're not seeing that we're meant to be together, but yet the energy is strong for you to walk away from people that don't value you, people that don't love you, that people that don't care about you, that don't, whatever it is that you are, feel like you are missing, right? I feel like some of you definitely have your heart on your sleeve for someone, or a situation. For some, it feels like this is something that you truly want, that you truly believe in, right? If it's a structure, if it's assistance, right? Like some of you may have this need or desire to help homeless or to help children. I feel like you have a very strong core belief about doing that type of work, which is amazing. I do feel like you are guided. Some of you that resonate with that, I do feel that you are guided to move forward in your life with love. However, there are people, places, or I feel like there's another part of your life that just drains you, that holds you back, whether that's part of your past that you haven't fully cut ties with and let go. A way, a specific upbringing that you had, trauma from childhood, whatever this, Three of Swords may be to you, that Devil card is really shining a light to feeling like you're tied and bound to that victim mentality, the circumstances of what happened to you, the past trauma, or for those of you in a current relationship that feels very harsh and controlling. I do feel like it is time for you to break free from whatever binds you or ties you to what doesn't feel good to you. You are very much divinely guided here. The door to spirit with woman holding a heart. This is watery energy, cup energy, emotional energy. So this is like Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This can be you or another water sign you may be dealing with. This is like my Queen of Cups energy. It's also Master card number 44. So you may be seeing the numbers 444 show up for you, especially because you do have the Four of Wands here. You also have 2 3s. So 33 or March 3rd could be of significance to you. Door to spirit really is, you have a very strong connection to, the spiritual realm or community, or you are growing even more connected to your spirit guides, guardian angels, deceased loved ones, your ancestors, whoever it is that you may connect with on an ethereal level. Woman holding a heart really does bring about emotional happiness and fulfillment and joy within yourself. Are you saying, doing, believing things about yourself that bring you a sense of happiness and joy and a feeling of feeling whole and complete? Or are you engaging with people or habits or thought processes, beliefs, mentalities that make you feel broken, that make you feel like you can never break free from whatever it is that you were born into, is how I'm hearing it. So some of you have had these beliefs for a very long time. I'm also feeling some of you may be like 44 or in your 40s. And so you may be feeling like it's taken me this long to finally realize it's not for my highest good. It's time for me to walk away from what you've known your whole life, is how I'm hearing it. So we start off the beginning of the month with the 7 of Cups, 3 of Cups, and the Hermit card. Before I get into that, though, I have to note you have the 3 major arcanas here. The Hermit, the Emperor, that's another 4, and the Devil card. So 3s and 4s are very significant here for you. The Hermit with the Devil right underneath and the Emperor with the Devil right next to it. I feel like there are these very strong convictions or beliefs surrounding wealth, money, what you're capable of producing, earning, or holding on to, right? Some people come into a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of money, career, finances, and then they don't know how to handle it. It gets mismanaged. You hear about these stories of these lottery winners that win millions of dollars and go broke within a year or two, or within a handful of years, because they don't know how to then shift into that energy and sustain that energy to be able to hold on and really invest wisely. And you guys, money is energy, and how you have built that energy around you, your own personal core energy beliefs, and then how you move forward. You may have negative beliefs about money. Money is the devil. Money is the root of all evil, but I feel like there is this feeling of insecurity and lack mentality that it's easier to blame money as the problem. But what is the true core belief with that? Why are I feel like some of you are blaming anything and everything as to why you're having a hard time succeeding or up leveling or making more money or taking care of a family or building an empire, a legacy that you may want. Or I'm hearing even some of you may feel like no matter what you do, you can't seem to be at your partner's level or improve a relationship, a connection. I feel like that is more internal than what kind of dollar you bring into your relationship. And I'm hearing your world. Okay. So I feel like there's a lot here with the 7 of Cups, 3 of Cups, and the Hermit. There's just a lot to unpack. There could be, the energy that you grew up in. Having more options is better. Don't confine yourself to one person, one job, one option, one core belief, right? I feel like you really are getting to the root of the problem. And no, I'm not saying it's your fault, Scorpio, because there's a lot of things that as we grow up, we see, we hear, we are taught. And it doesn't necessarily just, everything we learn doesn't come from our parents and our environment necessarily. We may be seeing other people's experiences as something that we learn from, right? A friend went through something difficult. Better be careful. Don't want to end up in their shoes. And there's a lesson that you learn from someone else's experience. But some of these lessons can really harbor fear and grief and scarcity mentality. And so for some of you, it does feel like 7 of Cups and 3 of Cups, better to have a bunch of options than no options at all. What does that translate to? Well, if I have a lot of options, I'm never going to be without. That literally is lack mentality. I've got to hold on to every single option or choice that is given to me, that comes across, because I may never have these options again. And so that could be a very positive energy or a very positive outcome for you. Like, yes, I've got all these companies chasing after me, wanting to hire me. I've got all these clients coming after me. But what happens if you can't sustain it? What happens if, yes, your goal is to build up a clientele list, to build up a company with a ton of options and resources? But then what happens if you're the only one doing everything? You can't be everything to everyone, Scorpio, if that is like the most important message that just came through right now. What good are all these options if you cannot equally do your due diligence to be there for everyone, to make sure that every client, every option, every person, it feels like you're holding on to this out of fear that you may never have this many choices or options again. But rather, like I always say, flip the script, flip that thought by saying, I'm so lucky I have all these options. I know one of these is the best for me. I know that regardless of whatever option I choose, whatever path I take, whatever, job, clientele list, I know that I'm still going to be in a good place. It's that inner wisdom, that inner knowing of going within and saying, I trust and believe that everything is always going to work out for me. The universe has lined things up for me, especially when that immediately, the King of Pentacles immediately follows that. The King of Pentacles, he's like the man when it comes to money, career, finances. His business ideas take off almost immediately. He sees profits. He can see what's going to happen. He's got the Midas touch. He's got an idea. He puts forth the action, and it, like, if you build it, they will come. they come for him. They bring in the sales, they bring in the money. Everything works out for him. He's got a very good head for business and, you know, a sense of abundance and prosperity. He knows where to invest his money. He knows how to grow his money. He knows what's a good deal, what's not a good deal, what's a good business choice or decision, whether or not now is the right time to shift careers, shift sales, or whether or not making these life changes are worth it for him. You know, and so I do feel like you are coming across several opportunities when it comes to your finances. But again, there is that fear of losing control of your claim in a relationship, your claim in finances, money, career, investments, maybe assets that you may have with someone, whether this is a business partnership or maybe you're married and you own a home together, but you've grown apart and you're just not sure whether or not this is the right time to figure out what the options are. The Emperor and the Devil card, you've got to be very careful with that. Again, I do feel that there's this sense of wanting ultimate control of the finances, of the home, of the business. I feel like there is someone here saying, you don't know what you're talking about. I've already done this before. I know what I'm doing. You've got to trust me. But it comes from a sense of fear, a sense of control, a sense of, you know, lack mentality and scarcity mentality that I can't let them ruin my chances of growing this wealth, this, you know, business, this whatever it may be, right? And when you do something like that, I do feel like there is this energy of closing the doors to other opportunities that are meant to build you up. So it's very clear that when that Seven of Cups comes in, not every single option, not every single door that is opened up for you is good for you or is the right opportunity for you. So that's where your discernment comes in, and it's coming in loud and clear. But if you are in this sense of wanting full control, you're unable to tap into that inner wisdom, that inner knowledge where you can literally discern, yeah, I've got these Seven of Cups, many options and choices. They're all going to make me money, and not realizing that only two end up very profitable and the other ones become failed connections, failed businesses, failed investments, failed relationships, whatever it may be. Okay. I'm also hearing for some of you, you're seeing marriage as bondage, okay? Rather than seeing it as an opportunity for a partnership to grow, whether that's financially, if you're in a business partnership. So it could be partnership as a whole for you, if that's friendship, business, love, signing contracts together, binding you two together, or more than one person. You see it as bondage. You feel like you can't move, you know, fully creatively or however it is that you want. You've got to run things by your silent partner or your business partner or your partner is in marriage, right? And I feel like some of you are having a hard adjustment with that, or have had in a while, or you're afraid of that, you know, in the future if you do end up settling with someone. Okay, now I do see this idea of wanting to settle down with someone with this Four of Wands. This is the 1111 card. This is, you know, a relationship that was divinely guided. This is union and reunions. This is a lot to celebrate, especially with the Three of Cups here, the Emperor. You may be celebrating like a grand opening in a business. You may be, you know, opening up a brick and mortar. You could have your own business website, whatever it may be. I do feel that there is a lot to celebrate here in terms of taking the lead or taking action in a business or a business partnership. I do feel like it's going to be very profitable. However, again, there is this energy of wanting ultimate control, whether it is you, Scorpio, or your partner wants to have the last say, the end all be all. And I feel like there's a lot of resistance and, you know, not getting along and not seeing eye to eye. So before you, you know, sign on the dotted line and build this partnership together, business or love, make sure that your core beliefs are you know, in line, your ideals of what you see for this business or future in your partnership, that you're both in line with the same core beliefs, wants, needs, desires, because it can bring in a lot of, well, sadness, depression. The Five of Swords is also, you know, winning at all costs, being very in a relationship or partnership feels very much so like you don't care if you hurt this person's feelings or vice versa, willing to break them down, willing to, you know, hurt them, winning at all costs. You don't care if you disrespect them, if you backstab, betray them, or that is the energy that you've got around you. So be careful of that. If you feel that your partner, whatever type of partner this is, can at any point turn their back on you, backstab, betray you, if that is what you're feeling, go with your gut, because it does feel like that's the type of energy that's surrounding this partnership. However, I do have to say, some of you are a little paranoid about that, because I'm hearing not everyone is out to get you, Scorpio. Very clearly, not everyone is out to get you, Scorpio. Make sure that you are not coming from past pain and trauma or experiences that you've seen, witnessed, experienced in the past that you're afraid may come into the future. Now, let me pull from the Money Oracle. Those of you that are wondering about money, career, business partnerships, if you're an entrepreneur trying to build a business, what does Scorpio need to know moving forward? And I will take that there. So these two came out. Look at that. Love it. Overcoming obstacles with the Crown. It's a power play. Remember what I told you. Wealth. Definitely feels like there's a power struggle here. Who's got more experience? Who's got the say? Who's willing to, you know, take riskier moves? This is careers and being your own boss. Taking charge, making progress. Definitely the energy that was already tapping into. The card of Nugget. There's a small increase or valuable information, but also the opportunity for you to make an honest assessment about where you're at, where you've been, and where you're heading. This is making a fresh start in your career, building up steady work, and career building as well. You also have the card of Feather. I told you, divine intervention. This is easy money, abundance that comes through for you. I did say with that door to spirit, I mean, these two right there, you are being divinely guided. This could also be work as a light worker, could be work in aviation, air-related work, air as in air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, which is sword energy, a lot of mental communication, thought processes, analyzation of things. You know, you could be working in a field like that. Could be, like I said, aviation, travel. Oh, it says travel there. Or just, you know, unrelated, undecided work in terms of where you want to take your business, your career. What's the next step, the next move, right? So messages of love. Oh, well, that that flipped over right away. The card of rejection. I have actually never, I don't think I've ever had that card fly out. So you have the card of rejection here. This rejection is actually divine protection. And remember what I said, Spirit is supporting you. You have the card of support. Lean on your inner circle during this time. So this is very, very important for some of you that are afraid of feeling like you're losing control because I'm hearing someone say that you're being stripped of your own ability to make power plays or decisions about a relationship or just even your own personal life because you're married or in a long-term commitment, could be in business. And you have the card of support. So some of you may be leaning on friends or your people, whoever that may be, your support system to help you really identify what's really going on. However, Scorpio, like a dog with a bone, sometimes you tend to be committed to what you've been thinking or feeling for quite some time without being able to open yourself up to other possibilities or other outcomes. So if you are leaning on anyone for support, be willing to hear them just as they spend time to hear you, okay? Because it could prove very enlightening in terms of maybe showing you something or pointing something out that you hadn't seen before, you hadn't noticed. There are other possibilities, you know, besides what you have been thinking or feeling. You also have the card of longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you. I was about to say learning. So someone could be admiring you and learning about you from afar because they are yearning for you. You also have the card of trust. It is safe to trust in this situation. That Seven of Cups, though, when I said, you know, some of you are holding on to too many options, it could be strictly sexual. Maybe some of you are okay with that, but it could be people involved in those options that may not want strictly sexual, or vice versa. Could be they all just want something strictly sexual, but this connection is passionate but not enduring. And the intuition card. You already know the answer that you seek, Scorpio, so why are you watching this? Yes, you are okay to trust your intuition. Your spirit guides and guardian angels are letting you know it is safe for you to trust your intuition at this time. So you have the card of building blocks. However, it did flip over. As I close out this reading, one more, a change in the wind. I can't remember who else got that. And loyal heart. That is a beautiful card. So let me grab the book, because I know when in this deck there's a protection message when a card comes out in reverse. Let's see, card number 28. Like it doesn't want to flip over. Sorry for the big old arm there. So the card of building blocks, number 28, does come down to a 10. 10s being the end of a cycle, right? So this is normally, you know, in the upright is about building a strong foundation, especially because it's 28. It's that sense and feeling of graduation. You've built a strong foundation. You're ready for the next step. Everything that you have built for, you know, worked and built up for is ready to take on the next chapter, you know, ready to grow and affirm that you are destined for more and greater, and it's a successful business. However, the protection message says, now is the time to address the cracks in the foundation of your life. Hello. Perhaps your values have changed and it is time to strengthen your convictions and let go of the things that no longer serve the vision you have for your life. Really? Really? This cannot be any more synchronistic. Oh my goodness. Okay, where did I leave off here? Or perhaps you choose to ignore the signs that a situation or agreement you have entered into is not right for you. Remove the rotten pieces and reinforce your core moral strength and integrity. Now is the time for rigorous honesty, for you are called to renovate and upgrade your consciousness. You will be so happy when you do. Spirit has a spectacular blueprint for your life, far beyond your imagination. Don't be afraid to replace what's not solid. Holy cow, Scorpio, if that doesn't say it, I don't know what does. The card of change in the wind is literally about making the changes, being flexible for when things start to fall apart and you realize, okay, maybe my first initial plan or idea or how I was doing things wasn't meant for sustainability, wasn't meant for long term. So now you've got to go through with whatever changes. You know, it could be a change in the wind, a change in your path, a change in your location, it just a change in direction all around, you know. It's also having that sense of ideas that come to you that make you realize, oh my God, I've been going at this the wrong way. It's time to like uproot, uplift, make these changes. However, there is a part of you here, Card number 35, the card of loyal heart. There is this very strong bond and sense of loyalty to someone, whether this is a romantic partnership, friendship, family, that you really have a strong bond with, that you are really loyal to, that you don't want to leave, you don't want to sever, you don't want to disappoint them. But there's this feeling of having a little bit of a power struggle with each other. It's like they've helped you come so far. They've helped to build you up. I even heard someone say they've helped to even raise you. So for some of you, it could be a friend or a family member that has helped you since childhood or since you were younger, that they've helped to guide you down the right path as you've grown, right? So trust and know that there is this loyalty between the two of you, especially, or a group of you, especially if you've been questioning whether or not this person is loyal. Okay, I do feel like that they are. However, there is this feeling of things that have changed within you as you've grown, as you've made some realizations in your life. So that is your reading for March. I cannot wait to see what's in store for you for your bonus mid-month reading. You know, all things luck, money, finance, career, your manifestations. We'll see where we go with that. So remember, as always, I would appreciate a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Your playlist is up here. Whatever the reading I have is for you here. Your weeklies are coming up next. Check out the community tab and my stories for when I go live, my schedule. And yeah, I believe at the time that this goes live, I will have some availability for booking reading or Reiki energy clearing. If you are interested in that, check the link in the description box down below. Have a wonderful March, and I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.